everybody, welcome to our second episode of Alien Show. One more time, it's your girl, the voice of knowledge, Luxene Ngoie. So guys, today we got a special guest and an interesting topic, which is self-discovery. Before we get into it, meet our guest.
Hi guys, my name is Tapiwanashe James. I'm studying Masters in Human Rights, Peace and Development here at Africa University. I'm from Zimbabwe.
Talking about self-discovery is such an important topic. Some people say that it's the beginning of everything. So guys, let's hear from our guest. We'll be right back.
Self-discovery, I think it's a personal journey that someone takes in trying to reflect on who are you and what do you really want in life. So self-discovery, in essence, is a journey of seeing who you really are, unveiling the true you, unveiling what you're passionate about, unveiling your future, I suppose.
Thank you, James. How long does self-discovery take? Is it a process that's gonna take the whole life? Or it has to be limited somewhere?
Yeah, it's a process, but it mustn't take the whole life. It's a process which must be timeless, and because of it's triggered. I think it's triggered by certain events in your life where you have to pause and say, okay, this is where I am right now. So where do I think I can go and how do I go there? Because if you take it for long, you can spend your whole life trying to discover yourself and time might not be of essence.
All right. I hope we know now what is self-discovery. So the next question to Tapiwanashe is, what is the importance of self-discovery in someone's life?
I think it's important because you start to realize the true power which you hold, the innovative you, and also you start to understand how life works and where do you really want to go. Because I think as young people, most of the time we really don't know where we are going and we don't know how we want to go there. So I think self-discovery is important because when done early, it can change your whole life for the better.
Okay. Now, Mr. James, how do we do to discover ourselves? How do we do to find our true identity?
It takes, like I said, it takes maybe a certain moment, a certain event. Because many people, it's because when you realize that you're at a rock bottom, either poverty, either grief, loss of an important job, or loss of an opportunity, you start to reflect that, what do I want in life? But most importantly, I think as young people, it's a conversation which we need to have because we can't wait for tragedy to happen so that someone discovers him or herself. But I think it's a daily conversation which we do as young people to say, what do you really want in life? Given that we are here at a hub where there are many opportunities, which one do you want to tap into? So I think that's where how someone can have self-discovery.
Wow. Let's talk about your personal experience. Mr. James, tell us what experiences made you discover yourself.
I don't want to be self-righteous. I've lived a life which I'm not really proud of. I've done mistakes like everyone else. But I think it was after graduating from my first degree, which was in 2017. 2018, it was the election year in Zimbabwe. And believe you me, I was really, really good in my undergraduate. And I thought life would be perfect. But during that time, life hit me hard. I was rock bottom. I was close to being an alcoholic. But then, it's like I said, it's not something which I'm proud of. But during that moment, in between 2 months before election time in Zim, I realized that I need to figure out my life. Because you start to see that life is not changing for the better. In Africa, when leaders do whatever they do, as young people are always left alone. Mm-hmm. So for me, that was the trigger moment. I was unemployed. I knew I had potential. I was looking for a job, but there was no job in Zim. I tried to run for political office, but I lost in the primary elections. Mm-hmm. So for me, everything was just down. That's when I started to ask myself, what do I really want in life? Do I really want to pursue politics? Is this something which I want? So for me, that was the time where I started to discover myself and I started to discover the hidden talents which I have.
Wonderful. I hope each one of us is getting something from this. So, Mr. James, tell us, after you have discovered yourself, what next? Like, what is the next move you take from there?
That's where the important and hard work starts now. You have figured what you want. Getting there is now a challenge. Because getting there, it means you have to let go of, let's say, maybe old friends, old associates. Your past life, you have to say, you know what, I'm done with this. This is not working. You start to seek help from people who you know that they can actually help you. So for me, it was, I reached out to a friend. I knew him way back when I was still in high school, but he was working pretty well. So when I reached out to him, I asked him, and he told me that as long as you now know what you want, this is the avenue where you can. And the funny thing is, the avenue is simple. It was just internet. How do I use internet to the best of my ability to do job applications, to venture into scholarships? Because I really wanted to pursue my schooling. So from that time up to when I was admitted, it was hard work. Like I usually want to mention this, but between 2017 and 2020, I did 80 applications for a master's scholarship. Imagine 80 regrets in your email. But you can't give up because you've said, I want to do this. This is what I want. And once I pursue this journey of academy, maybe my life will change. So once I took that, I started to make a decision. And also, I realized that there are no jobs in Zim, especially paid jobs. If they are there, you are lucky. So I said to myself, I want to volunteer and gain experience, which I was lacking. Yes, I had the education, but I lacked that work experience. So it was two fronts, looking for opportunities to study and also looking for volunteer opportunities to work. That's how I started seeing my life starting to progress in a positive way.
Okay, thank you. Mr. James, what impact self-discovery can have in one's life?
I think in my personal experience, it was positive. It had a positive impact. It started creating positive energy in me. In every, let's say, mistake, I learned something. Rather than seeing failure, I started to see an opportunity to build up, an opportunity to fall down, gather myself, and move on. An opportunity to learn that, fine, if this application failed, where did I fail? Because usually when you apply for something, other employers or other organizations there, they are good in giving you feedback that you need to work on A, B, C, D. Then I started working upon that, and that's how it started to change.
Before we close our episode of today, Mr. James, do you have anything to say or any advices to give to those who are trying to figure out their identity?
I think the first one would be you need to be true to yourself. When you're true to yourself, things will just work perfectly because you can't live a lie. Because the problem with living a lie is you won't be able to catch up every day with a lie. So when you set your mind and say, this is what I want in life, you need to be honest to yourself, what you want, and you also need to be honest about people surrounding you. So that comes to the number 2, which is association. As young people, we just need to figure out who are we associating with. Let's say 5 friends you have, are they adding value in your life? Are they people who say when you get arrested or when you're at rock bottom, you can give them a call in the middle of the night and they'll try to rescue you? Or there's just people you hang out, drink with, when you're drunk, you're gone. Then my last one would be, of course, have a relationship with the Lord. I'm of the Christian faith, so I still believe and subscribe that having a relationship with the Lord is the key to everything. Because without the Lord, I don't think I would have imagined to self-discover myself. So I think, those 3 things. Be honest, choose who you associate with, and have a relationship with the Lord. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. James.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our show. Don't forget to share, to like and subscribe. Your suggestion will be greatly appreciated. You have just to reach out with our WhatsApp number below or Instagram account. One more time, it was your girl, the voice of knowledge, Luxene Ngoie. I love you.